Did you know that at all times there are 2 points on opposite sides of the Earth that are the exact same temperature? How do we know this? Well, it is because math tells us so. To be more specific, a math concept known as the intermediate value theorem tells us this. The intermediate value theorem states that if a function is continuous on a closed interval, then it takes on every value between the function values at the endpoints of that interval. Imagine that we create a function that represents the relationship between temperature and angle around the equator of the Earth. This function would be continuous because temperature changes gradually as you move from one point to another, similar to the gradual change in temperature as you move across a room. When the angle equals 0, our function would output the temperature at our initial position on the equator. When the angle equals 180 degrees, our function would output the temperature on the opposite side of the Earth from our initial position. At any angle around the equator, we could find the temperature on the opposite side of the Earth by simply substituting this angle plus 180 degrees into our temperature function. Using this knowledge, we could create a new function that finds the difference between the temperature at some angle around the equator and the temperature directly opposite this position on the equator. When this new function equals 0, we see that the difference is 0, and therefore the temperature on both sides of the Earth is the same. If we substitute angle equals 0 into fx, the result that we get is t of 0 minus t of 180 degrees. This is the same as finding the temperature at our initial position on the equator and then subtracting the temperature on the opposite side of the equator. If we then substitute angle equals 180 degrees into f of x, we get t of 180 degrees minus t of 360 degrees. This is the same as taking the temperature on the opposite side of the equator and then subtracting the temperature at our initial position on the equator. This can be simplified to t of 180 degrees minus t of 0 degrees, as the position 360 degrees around the Earth is the same as our initial position. We can now see that our second expression is just the negative of the first expression. From this, we can see that our function f of x can take both positive and negative values. As a result, f of x must at some point take on the value 0, which, as mentioned earlier, will only occur when the two temperatures are the same. This is how the intermediate value theorem proves that at all times there are two positions on opposite sides of the Earth that are the exact same temperature. The intermediate value theorem can also be used to solve other problems. Have you ever had a wobbly desk? A wobbly desk occurs when two diagonally opposite legs are on the ground and the other two legs rock back and forth. We can prove that there is an orientation that allows the desk to be stable as long as we can find the two following cases. The first case is that one pair of the diagonal legs are on the ground while the other pair is rocking back and forth. The second case is the same, but now the pair of diagonal legs that was on the ground is now rocking back and forth, while the pair that was initially rocking back and forth is now on the ground. At some point between our two cases, there must be a position where all four legs are on the ground. And that's the intermediate value theorem. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, have a great day. Peace out.